So, see what else we want to do. I guess we should go and actually do Frita, because now I've lost all my money. I need to get some more back. Figure out how much the bottles actually sell for. And then, once we've done that, we can go and talk to the lorry drivers. Kim kind of strikes me as someone desperately trying to stop further death, and the style mismatch. Yeah, I know, it's not great, but I mean, it's the same color at least, but yeah, the style doesn't really work. And we'll make a quick save just before we do this, because I'm curious about how much the bottles actually sell for.
Is this about the questions again?
Right, so it's not that. Do I need to have the stuff equipped? So, tools. There we go. Talk to her again.
Is this about the questions again?
No. Okay. Oh, is it just go to the vending machine?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says,
consents.
1 bottle. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
That really wasn't a lot. Alright, well. Whatever. Let's go and talk to the lorry drivers. So, we'll talk to you first, seeing as you're here.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Hold on, but they make Al-Ghul or alcohol in Ilmara too, I was told they do. I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez? Listen, I agree, it's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? That's all I needed to know, let me ask you something. Hold on, they make alcohol in Ilmara too.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez?
Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Sure.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most of the Camoniers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
Is this the third driver they mentioned?
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
He's savoring the taste of his cigarette.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you were all at the whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
The Roman lets out a raspy croak at his own sense of humor. I guess for that it would be Perception? Yeah, perception would let me know if it's the smell of apricots and oil.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sea Lang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right? 100%.
Okay.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sea Lang himself has to say.
Guess we need to pay Sea Lang a visit then.
Guess so.
He grins contented with himself. Alright, I guess we're done for now. So that's one. And then the other lorry driver we know of is Tommy.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? I need to get high and I'm looking for a dealer. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's spilling drugs out of Terminal B. I feel like Tommy deserves us to be straight with him, so let's do this one.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking. Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
I don't see how that works, physical instrument, but sure. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Well, interestingly enough, we've already spoken to the racist lorry driver, so I was trying to see if he would corroborate his, his prediction, his guess that it's Sea Lang that is the one that's doing it.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Yeah, this empathy check I should have tried, I should have tried it after I did the Pyrrolidon. So this is going to be locked until I can get more empathy points. This, conceptualization, he's a poet, hit him with your best verse. You understood his theatrics and the icosahedral red dye. Okay. That's the first time that dice maker has come in handy. So that's given me a +1 to this check. Alright. You may retry it. Give it a go.
Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
He's transfixed by the words. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I don't really know. I think that may be an actual poet and I've learned it by heart. I'm just a vessel for the muse. I think the words are mine, yes. I feel like saying I'm a vessel for the muse is the most artistic way, and I think he'll respond the best to that. So, I'm a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
I mean, I don't think. See, when it comes to stuff that you are quoting back to someone, usually in the dialogue there are asterisks on either side of the sentence. So I think this is actually the words that my character, came up with. So yeah.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
Ah, I missed the trophy. El Copo de Lat is... Oh, am I really not signed into PlayStation Network? Okay, never mind. I wanted to see... Oh, there it is. Oh, never mind. I wanted to see what the trophy was actually for, but let's get back to it.
It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty. Hey man, cops are human too. I mean, they are, but that doesn't mean you should acknowledge that. If the words are pretty.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
He gives you a thumbs up.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
I wonder if that check that I just passed would help with the empathy one as well. How much XP have I got? 62. And I... Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, -2 empathy, -2 half-light. Yeah, we need to wait on those, I think, so... Alright, that's all for now.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art? No, art is for arrogant blowhards. Why am I getting this? I mean, artists can tend to be quite arrogant sometimes. Does art inspire me? No.
Is it? Yet your eye constantly seeks out the most critical side of any aesthetic confrontation. You follow the expressions of imagination and technical skill with curiosity. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Wait, what about music? Is it art?
Only the most experimental kind.
That's stupid, architecture is stupid, music is stupid. I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. No, I can't risk another copo diversion at this point. Go away. Don't have to be 100% cop?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Alright, let's opt in.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
Thought gained, actual art degree.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Okay, so the thought, actual art degree. -1 perception. Can't even look at this shit. Yeah, it's another copper type, the worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Nothing is good enough for him. Everything is shit. You have to employ an armada of adjectives to depict and demean the mediocrity of the works and visual institutions around you. Really flex that critical muscle until the vocabulary for punishing mediocrity becomes second nature. Here we go. Alright, well, my perception is quite high. But the real question is, will internalizing the thought of actual art degree be any worse than doing Kingdom of Conscience or indirect modes of taxation? I feel like most of the time, if the temporary bonus is bad, the solution bonus will be good. Yeah, magnesium life form, regular law official, Azovian socioeconomics. So sometimes the solution bonuses are pretty bad, but most of the time they're fairly good. Okay, so I'm going to assume if I want Kim to take the body back to the precinct, I need to do it before 9 p.m. I just wanted to try and see if I can find Sealang anywhere around here. Yes, this is as far as I can go. Yeah. Unless this is Sealang?
The woman still has
her
eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that. Are you alright, ma'am? You were out. Me, I'm the law around here. I was actually... No. Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds with contempt. Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be then?
Back in Mefka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
The look she gives you is accusatory. Who's Gabriel Buenguerro?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
She shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame. Take a look.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
He leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young.
Someone was.
She nods as though her meaning were perfectly clear. Someone, are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
All of what? The world. The present.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, Mom.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Lomano. It was early spring, and the man behind the black sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Her eyes narrow and she appears to take your measure.
While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Mefk, it was a golden age.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Alright. I have some other questions. Police question.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo is contraband? I guess that makes sense, minding your own business. I don't think I do know what you mean. What if it's contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
300 though? That is a lot. Let's go through this again, but this time... I don't know what you mean.
Of course you don't.
Okay. Well, I don't understand this whole Boydero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, You need to listen to on the Western Plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cowherder from upstream Magritte, the great steppes of northern Mesk. He is a rugged individualist and explorer.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises to marry her as soon as he returns from the Western Plain.
I'm guessing that doesn't happen, and they live happily ever after. I'm guessing that doesn't happen.
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western Plain a changed man. One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maigret, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's not where I thought that was going. Nods solemnly, a beautiful song. That's a terrible song. I mean, wasn't really expecting the strangling. I mean, he did mention it for Badban Hermenegildo. But I wasn't expecting that.
You have to understand. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
I don't think she was expecting to get strangled. Before I came, you seemed away.
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's the smuggler.
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Wait, why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
At this point, I think everyone in the city is connected in some way.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camioners around. I drive routes no one else will.
What routes?
Lomonosov's Land, Udashnaya Zemlya, the Western Plain.
She nods and closes her eyes again, letting her mind submerge.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. Adestradas du Mirador. All the good ones. The deep trenches. Where the bluebirds fly.
She opens her eyes again and shudders. I'm something of an expert in blacking out. You should take better care of yourself. This should be reported to the proper authorities, who will ride until your dust sister. I mean, I guess I am technically an expert in blacking out. She should take better care of herself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health more seriously. Thank you for looking out for me.
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary. The great unrest. I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
She flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Okay. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
For commerce, the lifeblood of the Asolas, for the glory of the World Republic, liberation of the spirit and body, I don't know the thrill of the criminal lifestyle. I mean, she doesn't care about commerce, but glory of the Republic, liberation of the spirit and body? I think she would respond to that.
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry? Well, Said she doesn't care. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
Okay. I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? If I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here? Okay, if you're not involved, then why are you still waiting here? If I had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
So, Paledriver, we still don't know if they're actually called Sealang.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting
Where
here?
do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
He closes his notebook to stress it. Thank you for that.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Her voice trails off. Okay, so let's make a save. Alright, so I guess the Paledriver is the third lorry driver that was mentioned, but we just couldn't speak to them before. It is just around 8:10. I think what I will do is I will get Kitsuragi to get the body back to the precinct.
The lorry stuck in the traffic.
There's
The
nothing
window,
different in here.
Fumes of heavy fuel.
Yeah, no. There's nowhere else to go around here. They're talking about right to work. Yeah, let's go and get Kitsuragi to go get the body back to the precinct. And I'm wondering if Kitsuragi is not staying in the Willingham Rags, whether that means that I can actually stay in Kitsuragi's room because I don't have enough money to pay for mine. So, back to the body.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Let's bag him, Kim.
All right.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's
I
face.
will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Bag the corpse and drag it to the motor carriage. Yeah, I wonder how being alone is going to work. Obviously, I can't talk to the precinct or anything like that. So, yeah, it's just me.